Okay, hello there. I am back finally, and I'm not playing Sims. So, welcome to Planet Zoo. You might know this game, you might not. It is essentially what it sounds like. You build a zoo. As you can see, I have a pre-existing zoo that I've been playing personally, but we are going to be making a new zoo today, which is very exciting. So, I want to make it a tropical zoo, I believe, and I'm thinking South America? I've been thinking about this, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Slightly tempted to do sculpted. I am. I'm going to do sculpted and hope that I don't absolutely regret this. And then the next thing is I have to name it. Now, I am thinking I might absolutely give up on this, but I think I want to try and do a challenge where I try and get the animals in the alphabet. I don't know if I'll go through. I'm going to start with the letter A, and we'll go through, we'll get as many. Obviously, there might be some animals that aren't associated with a letter. If that's the case, we'll skip that letter and that'll be fine. But because that is my current challenge, I am going to call this the A2 Zoo right there, and we are going to create. Okay, so pause time. It's already the 11th of January. Oh, God. Huh. So, I might have made a mistake. Oh, God. What am I going to do? So I can either try and make this the most interesting zoo ever, or just exit out of here and pretend this didn't happen. Luckily, I have quite a few points, as you can see, but that might have just been 100 wasted. Ah! Okay, franchise. What happens if I close you? Right, what I'll do is maybe I'll keep that for my personal one and I'll rename it and I'll be like, oops. There we go, that one's renamed. So I will just have a personal zoo that I'll play around with. Maybe I'll update you on that if I ever achieve something. Yeah, but we're gonna try again with that one. And luckily I have enough credits to be able to do that, but that was a bit of a shock. Yeah, new zoo. We're still gonna do tropical. I still want to go in South America. Right, maybe I should have read this. Create a sculpted diorama. So I think the issue might have been the fact that I picked South America? Maybe? So we're just going to go with a flat one, and I will maybe build up some of my own terrain. Maybe that was a bit too advanced for me right there. So yeah, A to Zoo. We're going to create... And hopefully this one is slightly less scary. Okay, yeah. Though still, it's... Maybe it's just because I'm in South America. Is it just me that thinks this doesn't look like much room? Like, is this normally how much you get? Actually, right, that's tiny. So, okay, maybe I'm just being a bit dramatic here. Yeah, we'll roll with it. Oh, I should pause the game. Yeah, I'm not paying for another one. So this will be what it is. This is our little spawn point. So it has started us off with the wooden path. So you know what? I'm just going to carry that on for the time being. I do want to say I am by absolutely no means an expert at this game. Like, very much rookie vibes coming from me. So yeah, I'm going to warn that one straight off the bat. What I'm going to do, heat map, power. I'll probably just... Right, as you can see, I've just extended this a little bit. But what I'm then going to do is deselect my grid. And can I... Why are you being a bugger here? Oh, I feel like you can actually hear my brain trying to function right now. Okay, scratch the plan that I originally had. I was going to build a path out, like, whoop, so that I could see where I could start. But we're just going to ignore that fact, and we're just going to build a nice little path out to start. And then I think I'll just add a little plaza, like so. Fairly big, and what I'll do is eventually I will add some little shops, you know, just make it like a proper little touristy spot. But yes, we'll make a proper little plaza here. Now, do I want it to be a full square, or am I happy with this, is the question. I reckon I'm happy with this. Yeah. So, we're here. Now, I need to figure out what direction I'm going to head off in. Probably this direction here. So what I am going to align to the grid once again, just to... Oh, not there, sorry. Go off here. Yeah, I'm going to have it be more of a rectangle, I reckon. And then blah, blah, blah. I reckon I could put some shops here and it's a little seating area. It should be quite cute. But yes, we're just going to build this path off in this direction. Quite straight to start off with. I might do another one over this direction. Who knows? And then just extend it off that way. Why is that doing that? There we go. Oh, but... Okay. We're just going to have to accept that. I don't know what is going on there. Is it a shadow? Like, if anyone knows how to fix that, I would greatly appreciate it. Because I don't know what's going on. But I just guess that's part of it right there. But yes, we'll do our little main path off. Do I want to curve it somewhat? Possibly. If I take this down to a 45. Then we can head off this way. I really hope I'm not like fully messing myself up. But what I'm now thinking is then I can add the habitat here, you know, like give it a nice little thing. Our first important thing is obviously we need these things. So yeah, we should probably get started on those. And I just want to put on the negative impact on guests so that I can see where I'm putting it. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be, how do I turn off blueprints again? Blueprints off. So yeah, it's going to just be the generic ugly ones for the time being. I do have some new world stuff. I assume that's carried over from my personal game, but that's fine because it works in here very well. And as I've said, I'm no expert. Any help I can get, I will take. So yeah, staff facilities, it's just going to be the little basic ones. Eventually we will edit them, make them a bit nicer looking. But for the time being, they'll be these ones. So try and think of how to link them together is my main thing. Right, so keeper hut. Research centre and staff room, I feel like the main things that sort of go together, you know. So if I grab those, and then also a little staff room. which I think I'll rotate and just have maybe off to this side. Is that the front? Yeah. Oops, have I put those back to front? Is that what I've done? Turn the map off for a minute because it's a bit distracting, isn't it? Yeah, I've just put them back to front. So we're just going to rotate those quickly so that they're all facing the same way. And then we'll select our little group and move it as a whole. Probably there's fine. See, I've taken the map off and now, yes, see, it's just perfect of being fine. So we've got that little group of buildings. I'll probably build an extra little building around, and then what we'll need is the animal trade centre. And we've learned that this is like a decent distance from it, so I'm just going to add that in about there, I think. We've done a research centre, and then so we will want to have, if I do that and a workshop there, and then I'll add the vet surgery and the quarantine. These will probably get moved about. Jimmy'd given a little addition, but for now I'm quite happy with them. And I think I want to use the green path, so I'm just going to edit that and make it green, make it smaller again. Align to grid, if you'll let me. Please let me align to grid. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Oh, no, okay. So if I delete this, then will you let me? Yeah. So I'm then going to just grab my path and attach this here. If it will let me. Please don't be an arsehole. It's being very rude to me today. Oh, it might let me attach here. Here we go. Is this going to be less mean to me? Right, it's a bit of a weird connection. We've got another odd little line, but at least it is working. So, yeah, I won't have anything in this little corner here, clearly, but I can have some seating still and have that. I can build up some scenery, maybe. We'll tweak it in the future. I have spent enough time on this, though. So, we need to get started on... It would help if I hired staff first, wouldn't it? Right, here we are, staff. So, we're not going to get a caretaker straight away, I don't believe. What is it I need right off the bat? Let me try and remember. I think it's, I'll need a keeper. I know that one. Maybe I will need a caretaker. I just don't want to do... I need a vet. I'll grab a mechanic. And I will grab the caretaker, just because I feel like that is going to actually be something I need. Mechanic repairs the fences. Yep. Okay, right. We're on it. So let's just drop them to the ground. Congratulations, guys. How are you all doing? Not very happy for some reason. Right, so my first thing I need to do is create a new work zone. I am awful with work zones. They're like my starting thing that I just cannot do for the life of me. So any tips on work zones, I will happily accept them. But we'll just name this for now. I'll just name it zoo entrance. That might change in the future. Oh. Help if I actually pressed enter. There we go. And then I'll assign them all to the zoo entrance work zone so that they have a thing. Yeah, let me come to my research. Yes, as you can see, I've got some of my diseases from my last one. These are Spoiler alert, not really, but these are some of the stuff I've researched in my other game as well. I don't want to start a whole new franchise because I do like having my little personal gameplay as well, so we'll just function with this one. It's not too much. And then mechanic research, you can see I've got 4 barriers, so that'll be useful from the bat. I was researching them for so long because I couldn't remember how to get one-way glass, and I had a lot of animals that were just very stressed. And we've also perfected power here. Some new world themes, habitats, stuff like that. But we'll still have stuff to work on, and it will still be very fun. Hopefully, anyway. So, yes, our main thing. So, starting off, that was just me testing something, the capybara, so ignore that part. So, as I said, we're going to be starting with A today. I'm not going to count exhibit creatures. I will add exhibit creatures, but they're not part of my little alphabet. But what I am tempted to get, I've got an aardvark in my other zoo, I've done the tortoises, I've done the dogs. These are quite big. I feel like they'll need a decent amount of space. So I'm tempted to try and do a small claw otter. That will depend on how much they are, possibly. But let's look into it. So they can live up to, excluding juveniles, up to 2 to 16. I'm never very good at the math, so I'm just going to say, like, we'll test it, like, maximum, say we had, like, I don't know, 10 adults, and then I'll put in, like, 6. 6? That's not 6, that's 8. So we got our 10 adults. So they really don't need too much. So that's about 840, and then they need some of that. Quick math. 900, 1,000. Pretty doable, really. I think I can make that happen. So if we hop in the market, there's only one currently. She doesn't have very good longevity, but I am going to grab her just so that we have her. Her name is currently Susu. Feel free to comment any animal names you want, any staff names if you feel like renaming them, which actually just reminds me. I need to come in here, settings, where is it, game? Animal settings, and put this up to 5. Oh, I didn't apply it. But yeah, put that up to 5, apply, guest settings, that's all good. Hopefully that's all chill. But yes, I'm going to buy her, and send her to my zoo, where I will put her in. Why is there no path to the destination? There should be. Okay, well, she's going to the trade centre for the time being. She can have fun in there, and we will get started on her habitat. So I think what I might do is try building the habitats in a sort of speed build form mostly. Obviously I'll slow it down if I commentate, but I think that is how I'm wanting to do it. So this is the current area I've got. It is a lot more than they need. But I'm kind of okay with that. Like, especially in contrast to our zoo, like, I'd rather give them more of it. So I'm just going to get with doing the terrain and having a little play about with it. Okay, I think I'm happy with how this has gone. I wanted to give him a lot of water area. I've got this. Obviously it's gonna eventually have rocks and stuff, but I just want to be able to get the otter in there to start off with so that I can see what's traversable and I can figure that one out. So yes, let's just press play and let them do their own little thing for a second. If I come here, can I now put you in quarantine? I can, okay. Right, so she is off to quarantine. Are there any more of them available? There are now. Okay, we want a boy for definite. Here's another female I can get for money. Oh, pause that a sec. A bit small, but not too bad. I'm gonna grab her. And then I'm also gonna grab a boy or two. So how are they looking? So he's looking like one of our best boys, so I'm going to adopt him as well. And I think I'll leave that as it for now. Let's just double check that that is sort of thing. I'm hoping I've got their deep water requirement correct. It's a little bit confusing, but I hope I've gotten it. So let's send them there as well. Right, what's this issue? Vet work zone does not include a habitat. Well, don't you worry, because I'm going to add it to the work zone. See, this is what I mean. I'm so bad with work zones, like, when it comes to including them. Right, there's that one then. By the way, this little section here seems to be my issue, which is why this wouldn't connect and that wouldn't connect. But hopefully it's all fine. We just got to wait for them to pass quarantine for the time being. Check our zoo's not open. Oh, apparently it is. I'm also going to tweak those. I think I'm going to take down to 9 for the time being and bring it up to like 7:30. We'll see how that is. And leave that there for the minute. We don't have any guests yet. I don't think we get guests until we get our first animals though, do we? Oh, one of them is ready to leave quarantine. Who is it? You. Ah, good old Susu. Right, so bring her over here then, and then we can check her traversable terrain. Oh, some more are able to, but we'll leave them in there just for the time being. And here she is. Oh, bless, look at her. Right, so we'll pause the game before she absolutely runs off. They've passed their quarantine, but we already know that. Right, let me click on you, and then heat maps, animal, oh god, where is it? Not the habitat, traversable area, and then we've selected her, so. Right, of course, she can get out from any of this area. And over here. So realistically, those are what we want to focus on blocking. Okay, so finally I have managed to contain the otters. Yeah, finally managed to do it. Took me a little while. I'm sure there are some other issues. I've spent enough money on rocks though. So eventually I'm probably gonna... Oh, sorry, I've got hiccups. I'm probably gonna decorate these edges, some of them at least, to look like this, fit in with the gap. It's a very rainy, miserable day. But here's our little otter here. So if we just go over to our quarantine and grab the others, we can come and move them into their enclosure as well. And then we can start working on terrain and stuff. This is honestly, I've probably been at this for like an hour, 2 hours. This has not been a quick job for me. I think that's a mix of my inability to do stuff sometimes. I'm just going to pause the game actually. My sometimes inability to do stuff, and other times I just take forever. If you've watched my Sims videos, you know I also take a little while doing that, so that would make sense. One of the most important things I do want to make sure I use is our little donation bins. Obviously, they are very important when it comes to this. Their colour is bothering me, so I would like to edit their colour. Just make them a bit more of a... Just have them fit in a little bit more. Why is it so... I'd like to see what I've made it look like, I'll be honest. Oh, it's this bloody... Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, okay. This bloody path. This path just ain't going to have anything on it because of this. I'll put a donation bin there, and then I'll plonk one here as well. And there's a little gathering spot here, I reckon. And then another one there. I'll also add some education boards. Pretty soon is probably what I want to do, is add those little education boards so people actually know what is in here. I turned blueprints off, but they can come back on now. Just so I can temporarily use the not exhibits. Habitat, is that where it is? Have I gone crazy? Where are the standing boards? Benches, media, here we go. Yeah, I'm just going to use these for the time being. Just to help educate some people. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. Yeah. Just help with this a little bit. Oh, look, it's because our ground's a bit uneven here. That's literally, it's literally uneven terrain. Okay. Well, I am slightly sorry for having a go at this path then, but not enough for me to be really bothered, I'll be honest. Put another one in over here. And then a final one I'll just tuck in over here, even though I haven't put a donation bin. I probably could add an extra one, there's no harm in it. So there we go. There are some education boards. Yeah, I will add an extra one now that I've thought about it. Duplicate and place. I'll have it be this side of it. They're kind of close, but also we need the money. So I'm just going to click on here, Asian small clawed otter. I'm going to put that on all of them because I was silly and I didn't duplicate it first. And then another important thing is obviously going to be putting in some of the educational speakers. And then do I also need water filtration? Am I correct in believing that? Water, oh no, it's good. Do we have like an initial water sector or something? Do I need some water treatment? I think I do, don't I? So I'll just come over here and I'll just plonk that along. Enrichment. And filter by their species, which is the Asian small-clawed otter. Brilliant, I have a few things. Oh look, they can have a little rubber duck. You can have that in the more shallow section, maybe. Yeah, I reckon play with that in the more shallow section. And that, I think, will bob up once they sit there. And we could give them a little underwater fish feeder. Be cute over here, and then maybe an ice ball over here, and the boxes are a little bit weird, but they can have one over on the beach over here, and just a little ball or two scattered about for them. Just hanging around. They are slightly hovering, but that's fine. They could probably do have a bit more enhancement, but they want another cardboard box. If that's what you really want, then you can have it. Yeah, see, they're a bit better for enrichment. So if we press play, that will increase. Oh yes, that is one thing I have fully forgotten, is hard shelter. Whoops. So if we come to shelters. Oh. I wish I could give them this, but it's quite big. Maybe I can make my own? Like, oh dear, you're gonna have to watch me attempt and fail probably, but I think it'd be cute if I gave them a little jetty, so I will attempt it, you know, just a small one. Okay, so terrain, environment needs to be done with the coverage, but I think the general gist of it is here. So just put those filters on and I can get in with some plants. really happy with that. So our one last thing that we do have to do is put in their food. Food and water. Now they do have the underwater fish feeder somewhere. I don't remember where I put it really. But if we just put in an extra little food tray, that will all be fine. I'll just place it. Here's probably quite a good little spot. And they're finished. So let's take a little look at our otters, shall we? Our little Asian small clawed otters, got our camera on them. Here they are enjoying their home. All the people are watching them. I love them, they're so sweet. They're looking at the foliage. We have 3 of them in here at the minute, don't we? So what I will do is just hop into trading, see if there is just any more we can grab for a fairly decent little deal. Who is anyone particularly healthy? She's okay. Yeah, let's grab her. And we'll send her straight to quarantine and she can join them then as well. There we go. So she's heading to quarantine. And it is an absolutely miserable day in our zoo, I will be honest. Should we check out what people are saying? Feels pretty small, that's because it is pretty small. Ticket price is good, you get a good view of the otters. Oh great, rain. So what I'll probably do next time is work on a bit more of a Okay, we are making a slight profit. Oh, my heart dropped then. Yes, what I will do is make a bit of a guest area here, just some finances and that stuff. They could buy umbrellas if they haven't bought them already and stuff like that. Just to get a bit of a cash flow going. But I think this is where I'm going to leave it off for today. Oh, I'm jumping in the water. Yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's probably mostly been speed build, really. I was taking quite a while. But do a little once over of the habitat. Let me know what you think of it. And I will see you in our next part. Do like and subscribe and enjoy. Bye!